In today's video, we will be discussing about one of the important string functions in Python known as encode method. Hey champions, if you are interested in this topic, then keep on watching. You can subscribe to our channel for more such videos. Let's start today's video by discussing the definition. This function does one-way encoding operation on the strings. Now, you may ask, what is an encoding operation? In general, encoding is the process of converting sequence of characters, especially the written characters of human language, into a particular specialized format so that they can be easily stored, transmitted, and transformed using digital computers. In simpler terms, this function converts string into a collection of bytes using the encoding technique passed as the parameter. Now, let's look at the syntax first. The syntax is encode with parameters as encoding technique and errors. As you can see that this function requires two parameters. First is the encoding technique, which specifies the technique based on which encoding will be done. Note that this is an optional parameter. If no encoding technique is mentioned, then UTF-8 will be used by default. Apart from this, here are a lot of techniques which can be used with encoding function. Second parameter is errors, which decides how the error will be handled if they occur. There are 6 types of error responses. First type is strict. This is the default response, and it raises a Unicode error exception when an error occurs. Second is ignore. It ignores the error that occurred along with ignoring the unencodable Unicode character. Next is replace. It replaces the Unicode character that cannot be encoded to a question mark. Next is Xmlcharrefreplace. It inserts XML character references instead of an unencodable Unicode character. Next is Backslashreplace. It inserts a escape sequence instead of unencodable Unicode character. Next is Namereplace. It inserts another escape sequence instead of unencodable Unicode character. Let's understand this using an example. We have a string learning champion. Notice the special A here. And when we run encode function on it, the output is encoded using UTF-8 encoding. This function returns the given string in encoded form. Let's see some examples in action in Jupyter Notebook. First, look at this example. We have a string learning champion and notice that we have a special A included in our string learning. When we called the encode method on it, the output is the encoded string done using UTF-8 encoding, which is the default encoding in case no encoding is mentioned. Now let's see another example where we have taken the same string learning champion with a special A, but in this example we have explicitly mentioned the encoding technique as UTF-8 encoding. And let's see whether its output matches the output in the first example. When we run this command, the output remains the same, which shows that UTF-8 is indeed the default encoding technique. Now, let's see some examples to test the error parameters. Here we have the same string learning champion with a special A in it, and we have called the encode method with ascii encoding technique and no error option this time. As discussed earlier, strict is the default error used when nothing is mentioned as the second parameter. When we run this command, the output is an error which says Unicode encode error. ascii codec can't encode characters in position 2, ordinal not in range, which means that special A cannot be encoded using ascii technique. Let's see our next example where we have passed \replace as the error parameter. When we run this command, in the output, the encode error for special A has been replaced by \xi5 while the remaining string remained unchanged. In our next example, we have passed ignore as the error parameter. When we run this command, in the output, the Unicode error for special A has been ignored while rest of the string remained unchanged. In our next example, we have passed Namereplace as the error parameter. When we run this command, in the output, the Unicode error for special A has been replaced with this escape sequence while the rest of the string remained unchanged. In our last example, we have passed replace as the error parameter. And when we run this command, in the input, the Unicode error for special A has been replaced with a question mark, while rest of the string remained unchanged. Lastly, let's see how to check the available encoding techniques in Python. Let's import aliases dictionary from the encoding aliases package. Running keys method on the dictionary will give us all the encoding techniques. Don't worry if you are still not aware about Python dictionary. We will cover it in detail in our future video. That's it for today's video. You can share your thoughts or questions in the comment box. Subscribe for more such videos. Bye and meet you in the next one.